Hi guys, welcome to Vida Youth. I'm Estefania.
I'm Danny.
And this is 21 Days of Fast. So today, me and Danny are going to be answering a couple of questions that the public may have about these 21 days. So I'm going to go ahead and start.
Let's do this.
Dun dun dun. What are your goals for this fast? Wow, we're just hitting home real quick.
Good.
I think this is one of those hard questions where you're like, gotta think about this one. But for me, one of my goals for this fast is to like challenge myself in the sense of I want to be really committed to what I've decided to give up, just so I can really focus on what God has for me during this fast. It's really easy to just get caught up in everything. But also on that note, I know I'm the kind of person that I kind of gain my goals as I'm going through the fast. So, Danny, thoughts?
It's a really good question. One of my main goals for this fast is just to kind of slow life down for a second. December can be kind of a busy season with the holidays and all the parties and all the preparations for everything going on. That for me, this fast is just kind of like slow life down, spend time with God, and really press into His presence to get some clarity for this next coming year.
I like it. Good stuff.
All right, here we go. Next question. This one comes from Twitter. What is your first experience with fasting?
Taking us back.
What's your first experience with fasting?
My first experience, so I started fasting when I was really little. My mom would make us fast on like different Saturdays. She would choose, it wasn't up to us, but we would just not eat or watch TV until 12 p.m., so noon. And I remember when I was little, I was like, Mom, why do we have to do this? And I remember we would just pray. I think that exposure though really helped me, so that when I grew older, I was like, okay, like this is something I've already done. I know like what it is for now. So I think it definitely benefited from it. In the time I didn't understand, but now I know. What about you, Danny? First experience?
My first experience came around the time of like junior high. And it's when I first really found out and learned what fasting was all about. And my church was doing a 40-day fast, and I was super excited, pumped up, on fire for God, that I said, I'm gonna do 40 days of nothing but water fasting. And
Ambitious.
half day into it, I was dying, and my parents were worried for me. So I told them that I was doing this only water fasting, and they're like, what? No, like you gotta prepare for that kind of thing. So I was able to talk with them, they guided me, and I was able to kind of formulate my fast based on my needs at the time. So I would suggest the same thing to you guys. If you're just starting off, this is your first fast, reach out to your parents, reach out to your teachers on Sunday, and help them guide you along this process of fasting.
Awesome. All right, our third and final question. What is fasting? Wow. So kind of simple, but kind of hard at the same time. So fasting is a spiritual discipline that God tells us to do. It's usually to give up something. In most cases, it's food. Other times they're adaptable to each person. So I've heard social media, TV, I'm not gonna do this activity for however long the fast is. But in that time of giving something up, it's what we replace with that's most important. So what we're gonna be replacing it is spiritual time with God, worshiping, praying, getting into the Word, just seeking Him more so we're able to connect with Him better. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what she said, it's something that Jesus definitely expected us to do. If you read during the Gospels, when He's talking to His disciples about fasting, it says, when you fast. So the expectation is already there, that it's going to be built in to our spiritual discipline as we get closer to God, is that we're going to fast. And it's usually giving up of some food or some sort of dietary supplement, but it's also tied in with seeking God and the process of prayer and worship throughout those times. So whenever you feel those hunger pains coming up and you start thinking about what should I eat next, it's a good indication. It's a good time to pause and say, okay, what am I praying about throughout this fast? When you feel those sensations, it's a good moment to stop and ask, why am I doing this? What am I praying God about? What am I asking and believing God for?
Love it. But yeah, guys, good luck to you guys in these next 3 weeks. It's gonna be hard, but it's also gonna be great at the same time. I know God has something special for every single one of us in these 21 days. So push forward. It's day 1, but it's just gonna get better from here. So
You never see the domes. I can
Right.
feel it when I write. Point of living in the right. If they only see the wrongs, never listen.